Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday. Pretty tame day today. Not too crazy. Bitcoin holding strong. You know, Credit Suisse is crashing, collapsing. It's probably important to maybe look at that first, even before Bitcoin. Here it is. This is what it looks like. It's so bad, man. Down 53%. And then after hours, down 3.57%. Of course, this is, you know, unprecedented. We've never been this low before, and it's just going to keep going, man. Remember that time in 2016? It was at $10. Remember that time in February of last year? It was at $10, and now it's at less than $1. Wow, awful. So what is that? In about a year, it's down 90%. Perfect. Awesome. The other one was, what was it? Republic, right? Federal Republic along. First Republic, right? Yeah, FRC. And here it is, disgusting, down 47% today, up 0.99% after hours, and 2189 was the old all-time low back from September of 2011, and you're clearly below that, right, by a lot. Lowest daily candle close ever. This is going to keep going, man. Why not? I'm just surprised other bank stocks did not fare very bad with that going on. I mean, you know, the big ones only being down a little bit, or some being up, actually. And it was where energy was up today. Bigger than most, right? And then tech was down, but by not much. So you just kind of think like kind of a wash day, not a big deal. So yeah, but I mean, with crypto, man, we can go back to it because we do look at that first always, right? The big ones. We are in power hour, less than an hour to go till your daily candle close. I'm here in Austin, Texas. Still is my last day here. Then I'll be heading back to beautiful Miami. It's cold and gloomy over here. So, yep. Let's go to Ethereum. Get through these. Down 2%. Working on a bearish engulfing candle. Yep, hitting that 23% retrace, and definitely, I mean, that's tweezer top stuff, right? 2 wicks like that. That'll do it, man. Your tweezer top's about to be confirmed with a bearish engulfing, but you're still above 1730, which is the major inflection point. As long as you stay above that, you're okay. But man, that's definitely like something to be concerned about a little bit. It's just, all right, a tweezer top, Japanese candlestick reversal pattern. So, and after such a insane run like that, I wouldn't be too surprised. There's Ethereum. Wow, Ethereum just hit its lowest lows of the day. It is dropping right now as I'm speaking to you. Can you hear me? Is this audio levels good? Let me know. Altcoins have been getting shattered. Bitcoin dominance has been killing it. Made another fresh 9+ month high. So if Bitcoin does nothing, these altcoins just getting wrecked. And here you can see the chart. Bitcoin dominance here. Look at that. Unreal. Highest levels since June 13th. Heading to the 48.29%. Top of the Wyckoff accumulation range. Not much further to go, right? Every single day it's just been unreal. The first day was like March 11th, and it's just been killing it. So, but you think though, being in phase D, that's where eventually any kind of pullback would be short-lived, and you'd actually break out and go into phase E. Phase E would be the markup phase, and I would think it would definitely be going to like 60%. But what's that going to do to altcoins? Wow. So that's what's happening. And then you look at Ethereum to Bitcoin to see the inverse. I think it's this one. Yes, sir. Here it is. Wyckoff distribution phase D. Heading on down, as we discussed, right? 5.6, 5.5 million is the bottom of the range. And we're just waiting. Waiting for that. And then, you know, you think eventually, after absorbing some demand there, it would break and you go into phase E, which would be the markdown phase after it was on such a nice run starting back in late 2019, early 2020. So exhibit.
Gartley on ICSA.
Think over the American contribution, man. I don't want to look at it, but this is at the lows of the day right now. Ethereum to Bitcoin dumping hard, so there's a little bit more downside on this, which just means that Bitcoin will be outperforming Ethereum for a little bit longer, right? 10% downside here. I don't know, AZTV, I told him about it. I mean, he was in my chat in November. He came in my stream, and literally I talked about it. He didn't say anything or reach out, so it's like, whatever. Doesn't matter, dude. So here we go. Let's go to BNB. Everything's down today. Altcoins, at least anyway, really down. BNB's only down 0.92%, but it's just really tough when an asset's at a major inflection point where every single time just about it's always reversed here, whether it back tested as support and reversed the upside, or back tested as resistance and then reversed the downside. You're right back at it, and it's like the second time now, so it's really hard to say if this is going to sustain up here. I mean, will we break it this time? One difference this time is like you have a supply line that was breached and even back tested for 2 days. You broke it on the 13th, and then you back tested the supply line as a demand line on the 14th and 15th, and then bullishly engulfed on the 16th. Break, who can go. Beautiful. And you're just not concerned about the daily on BNB. You were concerned about the weekly. And the same thing with Ethereum, really. I mean, whatever happens, up, down every day. But you're thinking eventually common retraces on Ethereum that's between 2,400 and 3,300. And with BNB, it's give you that number. The common retrace zone on BNB is between 371 and 485. So that's it. But yeah, breakout. And here's your new week. Not much movement at all after that spectacular week last week. I don't know, chat. Are you there? Wow, what a hangover stream. Not even me. It's y'all that are the ones that are hungover. Wow. Okay, so BNB, XRP. Let me just look at the one that I'm down 3% today, and just again, any gains this ever has, always taken out. Unfortunately, this is the weekly chart, and you get it. It's yeah, maybe it has a valid argument for upside, but again, I mean, so there are many others out there that have valid arguments for upside too, but those actually go up and get bought. This one just never gets bought, man. Terrible. 69,000 subs incoming. Yeah, I got a way to go, man. Still struggling. See where we're at right now. Sitting at 68,305. 305. That's the Miami area code. Nice. It's a sign. Still got 700 new subs I got to get before we get 69. And then I never have to gain another sub again because, I mean, my God, that's amazing. Yeah, terrible. XRP, I don't even know what's wrong with it. It's just no one buys it. So it's not a dead argument for upside until it breaks below 32.5 cents. Oh my God, every single day I look at this coin, it's the same effing thing. It's awful. We can look at Hex too because of whatever. Maybe it has a higher market cap. Maybe it doesn't. We don't know. It's pretty crazy looking weekly though. Way better than XRP. My God. Number go up nonstop. Yesterday was the highest weekly candle close since May of last year. Incredible. Still hasn't seen that 9.3 weekly candle high close from June of 2021. I think you got a little more upside before you test that. Hitting virtually overbought for the first time since October 2021. Yeah, 69,420 subs would be perfect, man. Sadly, you wouldn't be able to see it, but I'll screenshot it in the, the studio, because it still shows me the exact amount. Just it hyphenates it, or what is it? Not hyphenates, abbreviates it on the YouTube channel. So, okay, let's see here. Oh, and by the way, thanks so much to if you knew or people reopening the Citadel. Thank you so much, Arangil. A few moments ago. Thank you for the 3 months of supporting the channel, man, and the Citadel and the Discord membership. And then Gonzo, thank you also for the 3 months. I think we had a couple more, maybe. Yeah, Doubtful, thank you so much for the 4 months. joining this, continuing your support this morning. Really appreciate that, man. Any more in between yesterday and now? Vanilla Daddy, thank you so much for last night joining the Patreon. Really appreciate that. And it looks like you got your Patreon synced up to the Discord. Fantastic. Lots of new, lots of continuous support and new support. That's amazing, dude. Wow. Also, holy crap, man. You had Conrad. Thank you for joining the Patreon yesterday. And Zianator, thank you so much for the first month of joining the Citadel. Wow, man. Holy crap. Thank y'all so much. A lot of support. Hey, man, all we do is respect the TA here. We respect the TA. And, Hex is doing very well. So, all right, those are like your big cryptos. Any kind of, OMG that was up like 35% yesterday plus is down 10% today. Yeah, what did it do? I mean, it hits $2.48, an inflection point from August, and reversed there. How crazy is that? That's how it is. That's the levels. Very, very real resistance back from April 2019. This is very similar to the ZRX chart. But yeah, if I was going to target for anything, that would have been a target, 248, 250. This line's been here for a long time. And if you ever broke that, it'd be like 320, the peak from June of 2019. So, all right, altcoin's been taking on the chin today. FIL, that was also doing some stuff, is really just failing to launch. I don't know if it's, I think it's just, something's going on, right? I mean, like the whole banks collapsing, you can really tell that Bitcoin dominance is like rising, and that's like altcoins are not going with it. Like money's like getting sucked out of the altcoins and going like directly into Bitcoin. So FIL down, and then NEO down a lot too. Could not break the resistance, has not, and may not ever. I mean, but yeah, you're attempting a rally here. It's a lower high than previous high. Yikes. FTM lower high again, another lower high. Yikes. So I'm saying, man, not looking so hot. I mean, compared to Bitcoin. Dang, man, even KSM that like you think like, oh, it's putting in a confirmation low, still just struggling. I mean, down a lot today. A lot of these alts just getting nuked. But then you do have a glimmer of hope on a couple. SNX was up 4.27% at $3. This is an incredible performer, man. I'm thinking like 350 has been a target, and then after that you'd be looking at like 443. So strong. I wonder what SNX to Bitcoin looks like. Probably been holding in there, not doing anything crazy. Holy crap, dude. Look at this. SNX is trying to desperately hold on to this December.
Maybe YouTube doesn't push your channel out to the public much since you don't monetize your videos. You should have a lot more subs for all the work you do.
Whatever, man. If I get more subs, that means I gotta deal with, more problems. More subs, more problems. Alright, it's all good, man. No worries. I mean, sure. Monetizing my videos. Ooh. Then I don't get to play copyright music. And then I don't, whatever. Then I'm like everyone else. If you find me, man, you win. It's not that big a deal. If it was, I would have done something about it a long time ago, right? So here's your range. Clearly a mega level. May of 2018. All these times, support resistance, and you're just sitting there on SNX to BTC. So you think, man, if you can hold that level, maybe it performs, it seems like just sideways, man, but that is pretty cool to see the Momo shift here. And it's like, what? You see it. I bet you see it out there. It's the shark. Certainly some sort of shark that completed probably perfectly. Of course it was perfect, man. There, look at that. It's just so nice there. But yeah, I don't know, man, because we got this new thing going on with these banks collapsing. Bitcoin's been going nuts in dominance. Sweet J. Doing spins today? Good God, man. Please no. Please no, sir. No, I'm probably a short short stream. I mean, all right, the day wasn't like that crazy. SOL was also up today. Anything above $18 to $21 is safe, right? But man, there's a supply line you can't break. So you're just kind of stuck in between like the 200-day moving average, the supply line, and then the inflection zone from history. So yeah, man. I'm just looking at one that's actually up today. And then EOS is another one that's up 1%. And it was all about that tweezer bottom identified, right? Very nice. Unfortunately, what Ethereum is showing on the other side, like you flip it, that's Ethereum, you know? But yeah, this is a weekly thing. This is like a weekly trade. Right? It's like a massive butterfly type 2 return. And you're just patiently waiting for more upside on this. It just takes forever, man. Some of these. Other than that, nothing too like notable really going on this market. Let's go to the S&P 500. That was up today. Hey, started out scary and then broke back above the 200-day simple moving average to close. And you know, if you get any sort of continuation, maybe a bullish around me, you'd get some sort of, you get the high, you'd get a positive histogram again, first time since February 9th. Still kind of limbo on this one, man. I think like you're doing yourself a favor if you're looking at individual assets more so than the index funds, because index funds have a blend of all the different individual assets. So there are some individual assets from different sectors that are, looks like they're macro reversing, and then individual assets that are macro reversing the other side, up and down. So of course it's going to be way more difficult to discern like what's kind of going on in the S&P, right? You bottomed out and you're trying to make higher lows, but you know your higher highs are still both lower highs than the previous high. So I think it's still pretty tough here, but that's okay. That's why we are looking at individual assets that makes it way more clear what's going on. Dow Jones, it was also up 1.2% today. Bullish engulfing candle, close enough to it. Still below the 200 moving average, still below all support. So just chopping around, man. I mean, it is the same price it was at March 9th, and it's the 20th now. So that is chop. City, no edge. Nothing really implying too much of a reversal, unless you were trying to say this was divergence. I don't know, man. You really want to, I mean, it's kind of short-term downtrend until you take out 33,573 or even 34,280. Those are your highs. Buyers got to recapture those levels. And then you go to the Nasdaq. Up 0.39% today. Remember, we have a piercing line that was identified. Piercing line caught the follow through, it's rallied, but it doesn't mean like you're gonna make a higher high. You think at this point, 12K, could test 11.9, 12K, whatever. There's not much resistance here, right? So you continue to rally. I think you would if like the individual big tech names keep ascending. With I think like Microsoft had a bad day today. Some of them did. Amazon's laying off 9,000 people. IWM. Remember how scary it was, how close you were to death. Remember how Friday was the lowest daily candle close of the year of 2023, lowest level since December 28th, and right at that 2000 pre-COVID crash high, 2020, right, that peak just before collapsing. Buyers have attempted to defend it, and it's not over until it's broken for real, fall through, and so it could just end up being a massive double bottom, and these two lows higher than the previous lows. But you just need some more data here, right? What kind of fall through would you receive after the buyers defended it? What's up, Hoarder man? Hoarder's here to save the stream, I guess, right? So yeah, I mean, if this actually held, then there'd be like max upside 188. I mean, that's all the price action does. Straight down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And why not up again? That would be the target, 188, if buyers defended this. If not, if you don't hold 170, you're going to 160. Easy.
I hate to even ask, but can you please check out GME on NYSE? I know it's memes, but like double bottom. Thanks.
Yo, what's up, Chris, man? Yeah, well, GameStop. Yikes. GameStop in the chat, man. We'll do it. No worries, man. Okay, there's your index funds. Look at gold. Look at gold, man. Gold that's at a, pretty stellar day. Gold today, or yesterday, intraday, made its highest level since March of 2022. So 52-week highs on gold. Heading on up for that 88% retrace, I'm sure. Did it hit it yet? It was so close. It didn't. 2020 would be the 88% retrace, where you could certainly see, right? Something like this on gold's 886. So close, getting real close to a reactionary level. You'd think there'd be something, but it's pretty amazing on the weekly. It really is. It was one of the highest weekly candle closes ever last week, second or third. DXY looks wrecked and even feels wrecked, right? You don't even have to look at the chart to know with what they're doing, right? They've now printed like $500 billion. Over half the reduction of the money on the Fed's books. That reduction's been wiped out, right? Half of it in days. And it took them an entire year to reduce that of the M2. It's crazy, man. The times we're living in, and I think it's the inflation stuff is going to get bad. So that's your gold, reaching levels where, of course, it's insanely risky for fresh longs. The long area we had talked about 1800 for a pullback, and it did end up like reversing there, but man, it didn't quite even touch those levels. It was very close. But a run, I think it was like black swan stuff. It's like when the banks started collapsing, whatever. That's when the price really started going, just like Bitcoin. Okay, so gold. Now we can look at silver too, which whatever. Silver made its highest price since February 3rd of this year, so nothing like gold. If you look at the gold to silver chart, it's like looking at Bitcoin to Ethereum, or Ethereum to Bitcoin. All right, look at this. All right, let me show you gold to silver. Let's go to the weekly, where you've already really broken out, I think. This was like the weekly candle close back from October 2008, and you're above that right now. You had some hidden bullish divergence, but you're not making higher highs than you were in August, which is kind of crazy. But you think eventually, man, this could turn into a deep retrace high to low 886 at 121 eventually. Wow. Okay, and then copper that is actually really trying to hold in there, isn't it? Really trying to get back above that. I mean, it was for a little while. Let's go to the daily. Still don't know, man. It looks like loss of distribution locally, but look at the buyers defending this heart line somehow. Crazy. And getting back above, at least for a day, 395. Yeah. Other commodities, man. Good commodities today. Oil had a good day. Natural gas was up. Well, up today. I guess yesterday was awful, right? Look at this. I mean, lowest daily candle close yesterday since February 22nd. It's ugly, man. And the gap fill has finally been achieved. The gap fill wasn't there on Friday, and today, or yesterday, it was filled. Yesterday equaling Monday. It's a new day, universal time. So it's technically Tuesday on this chart, even though it's not Tuesday in real life yet. That's the way it works. So yeah, gap fill complete. Nice. So it's just tough, man. When there's no structural developments after impulses, it's really tough, man. You don't even have a double bottom yet. You don't have anything. So how you playing natural gas? You can't. How did U.S. oil fare? Yesterday, which is today, made its lowest price since December of 2021, and the target of $60, like waiting on 60. Yeah, I think you'll still get it eventually. There's no edge, nothing implying a massive reversal on U.S. oil. Sorry, dude. Awful. Just garbage. And it all started with a W pattern like the Jesus man. You remember. Gorgeous. Oh, man. What a Monday, dude. Everyone's got a case of the effing Mondays here, dude. Come on. What was up yesterday? I mean, Bitcoin is like virtually... Okay, how hype it was yesterday, and I get we were drinking and stuff, but Bitcoin is off its highs from yesterday. I'm talking yesterday, not today, where it actually intraday made higher highs. Bitcoin's off 2% from its highs. It's just crazy to see the change up. And just people being crazy and sentiment and all that stuff. Wow. So we looked at natural gas, U.S. oil. Hog futures down again. Yikes, dude. Might be bad. Gap fill's coming. $76. Maybe a type 2 return. But yeah, man, you gotta wonder. A lower high again, man. You're back at critical A areas, man. You don't want to fall below the $77 level, dude. Look at this going back to 2006. Shoot. Look at this. You've already broken support on, from 2004 and 2005. Wow. Yeah, judgment day is upon you for lean hog futures. Orange juice was down today. Still above the inflection point, unbelievably, after confirming a bottom, but you just don't know, man. Like, there's no follow through. It just makes another lower high and rolls over later. But yeah, for now, it's still above 227, which is the old all-time high on orange juice. Well, okay, and then you got live cattle futures, which is finally reacting here at a massive 886. Filled a gap. Oh man, it was so close. Yep, filled that gap a few days ago. And yeah, I mean, this after something like this, you can't be that surprised if a major pullback occurs. I guess hidden bullish divergence might start developing on the daily. It's so dumb, dude. Rooting for commodities to collapse. Yeah, sure. It's just paper, though. Even if they collapse, it doesn't mean like the free market. It's gonna like cost you less as the consumer to buy steak or cattle. It's never going down, man. That's not how it works, dude. Nothing goes down. Like these restaurants, right? They gotta like meet their quotas or their revenue. They gotta pay more to their employees. Everything goes up, so they gotta pay more, and it's just no one's going down. No price cuts, dude. Sorry. So that's it. Some commodities, nothing really. I mean, pretty flat. Everything up 1 or 2% outside of what we looked at. So the VIX, let's look at that real quick. Chop City, man, back below 26, down 5.33%. And I mean, it's the exact same level it was at March 10th. So just up and down, dude. Yeah, man, I don't know. We can look at the big ones, the tech names like Microsoft. You see how bad it was. It was down way more, down 2.58%. Hits that 281 resistance on Friday, and that's it, right? That was a swing low from September 2021. It tested that and no higher, a pullback, but not much of a pullback. But yeah, you could start working on bearish divergence right here, and then a pullback, which hopefully a higher low than the previous low gets painted at some point. Yeah, a bearish have been a baby, kind of close, a little close, Microsoft, and we look at Amazon that laid off its workers today, 9,000 of them. not really a bad day. I mean, it was down 1.25%. It's really not that crazy. I mean, in fact, it's almost like it's a momentum shifting here. I mean, if you get above $1 or $101, man, you could be going way higher. Okay, this is mega. Like, please have your alert set up on Amazon above 101, because if you get this beep, you get this alert, you know a colossal breakout's occurring. We're talking like the 2018 high and pre-COVID. Well, this is July 2019 high, so this is not a joke level, and you're pretty close to it, and you're making a higher low. You put in your first higher low with hidden bullish divergence right here. You can see it there. Okay, so interesting. You got to wonder, is this happening? It's so like scuffed, right? It's kind of like no way, right? But there you go. Maybe, just maybe, whacked out neckline. I think the neckline's the inflection point from history. And we'll see what happens with Amazon. You know, Momo shift, not much different than something like Google that has another massive structure. Where it was only down 0.39% today, you'd think there's a lot more upside, assuming like, you know, the global financial, well, it is a global financial crisis, kind of, a little bit. It's a banking crisis, and you got to wonder if it like would affect the whole market. High volatility would dump everything. Google, yeah, way more upside if it's going to play out. And you know, 109 to 125, and then you got Apple that had its highest daily candle close since September 12th. Incredible. Bullish engulfing candle today, and breaking back above a key inflection point. Incredible, right? September of 2021 ice line being breached. Remember the idea here. If this is actually going to happen, you could just end up developing a fractal of what you were doing already, right? Where it's just a nice old shark here. An 88% retrace right here. I mean, that could be in the cards for Apple. Just another subtle lower high would be insane. Yeah, we got, in a couple days, I mean, probably 25% or, 0.25, 25 basis points, like, increase in interest rates. Because, like, if they don't do it, if they pause or if they, if they pause or they cut, that means that they're literally panicking, and that's like what everyone's worst fears are, that something bad's happening right now, like under the hood. So they're gonna raise interest rates unless they want to create some sort of panic, man. And remember, when the Fed starts cutting rates, that's when normally the recession begins, and that hasn't happened yet. So all right, we can take a gander at Tesla. It's probably been a few days since we looked at that. We can look at it just right at that March 2021 level. Holding it, trying to anyway. Not too much to see. Someone would try to say inverse head and shoulders. I mean, maybe if like 168 holds, and then you could make that argument. But for now, just monitor 168. Long-term downtrend for sure right now, okay? And after an insane run, there's a gap that you could fill at 144. Yeah. Tesla, Amazon, let's see, Google, Apple, Microsoft. Okay, got those out of the way. You know, and then you got like AMD that, some of these didn't fare too great today. Someone was down 1%, but dude, so elevated and such a resistance, and what a strong close, right? As it got as low as $93, closes up to $96.81, and we knew this level is such a mega level, like 2020, December 2020, breaking that. I mean, that's where you're headed to way higher prices. So patience involved here. AMD looks great, like Google in my opinion, Nvidia, others in the tech world. There's a rotation going on. Speaking of Nvidia, look at it, knock it out. Here's Nvidia, man, just kind of unstoppable, up 0.68% today. It was the highest daily candle close since April 5th of last year, maybe even April 1st. Filled a gap, and man, that's strong, up 0.11% after hours. And how about the T being respected here? Like an identified momentum shifting pattern, getting above inflection points, and it's just been going non-stop. It's almost like freaking Bitcoin, but a longer sustained. I mean, in 75 days, it's up 84%. That's Nvidia, man. Kings. Beautiful. There were other ones that had like some decent arguments, you know, for major upside in time, like Square, and still just kind of waiting here. And I think there's some pretty good consolidation, some bullish consolidation there. Above the 200-day moving average still, and as long as you just put in a higher low than $58, it's going to work out. It's going to play out well. Dude, I'm so tired, man. Like, so exhausted. Another one that even was like pretty good, like Shake Shack. These big M shapes, still so elevated. It's like, man, you think this would play out eventually? $70. I mean, like, right? The financial markets are collapsing. They're screwed, and then you got like these mega arguments, 1,000-day large patterns. You know, they're just there and they're still valid. And Shopify looks fine, man. It had a bad day today. We can go to shop right now. Why not? This is like a really low risk trade. I mean, like just set up a stop loss. Shopify. What the heck, man? Shopify down 1.79%. Yeah, I bought a little bit today at the lows. And I'm just getting, I mean, it was like, oh, it's a down day. Okay, I'm gonna take a shot. All right. It was like literally down here at like $43, man. Just right at that level. Right at that level from August 2022. So I'm rolling the dice on this one, man. But I just I don't know. It's like the Momo shifted, and now it's like you're another higher low, and it's so pretty. It's like this could be in a textbook. And if it fails, it fails, man. It's really not a big deal. You don't lose that much. But if you win, my God, you win a lot. I mean, for a target here, it's like 42% upside. Crazy. I mean, if you're going to roll the dice, this is one. I mean, just technically, I mean, I'm not sure. Fundamentals, it's just like, dude, look at the asset. It got destroyed and lost all its value. So much of its value anyway. And it's like buyers defended that $30 level. And this is going on. I mean, it means something. It means just like there's more market participants than there was before and before. Again, maybe gold might be stronger right now, but it's like, it's not about that. It's about strategic entry levels. I mean, gold's like very close to an 88% retrace from its all-time high to its lowest low. 88%. I mean, that's like extremely high premium levels. You know, that might be like where a more major pullback happens, and this one's not doing that. Like, this isn't anything like gold. Oh, Luke Skywalker vibes, bro. Hey, man, I'm Luke Skywalker. How you doing, dude? Always silly. But yeah, I mean, we could look at some of these banks, man. Let me just go to my list real quick. I don't know, dude. Look at, yeah, like Wells Fargo was down 0.74%. Look at this. It was the lowest daily candle close on Wells. Wow. Look at this. Was it lower than that? Nah, it was the lowest daily candle close on Wells Fargo since June 14th. It was so close to being the lowest daily candle close since March of 2021. Probably tomorrow. You'll get it, dude. I'm not kidding. Free fall territory. You're in free fall territory, man. I mean, $34 on Wells Fargo eventually, dude. What a beautiful, look at how beautiful these bearish patterns have been performing. And I know the fake out there for sure. But man, I mean, 33.90, and then think about what happens after that. $23, dude. Goes back to the COVID crash, unfilled gaps down there. It's certainly, and then it would be a massive M shape. X, A, B, C, and then C to D would be way down here. $25. Yeah, USB. Let's look at that one, because they're the one attempting to buy. Is it Credit Suisse, or which one is trying to buy that? Yeah, U.S. Bancorp it's up though. Even still, it's like up 4.55%. Just give it a couple days, man. Huh. That's not like suddenly a good thing at all. USB, not UBS. Sorry. USB. Yeah. Just like Friday hits its lowest price since May of 2020. Why do you say UBS, dude? Yeah, that's not it, right? UBS. Financial conglomerates. Wow, man. I think I've ever been to this one. Yeah, dude. Yeah, look at that. It's like, hey, man, that's a mega. Like, if not there, then where? Whatever, reversal happened. Dang, it did it again. That's like a 113 bearish shark, too, right? Again, I have no idea where I'm really here on this. Dang, dude. That's like probably not valid there if you use that anchor point. Probably do something like this. Didn't quite get to a one. It's close enough, man. It's pretty close. So, yeah, anyway, we could keep going. Let's see. Bank of America. These are all, I've alerts set up on all these. Like, man, when I'm like, I'm not gonna be surprised when one open, it's just gonna be my alerts go off on everything, So ugly. Look, it was wow, it was the lowest daily candle close today of the entire year. It was the lowest daily candle close on Bank of America since November 23rd, 2020. Yikes, man, it's been so long and so much further to fall to. 25.50 target on Bank of America. Nope, the underlying problem never gets fixed. Of course not. And it's like now we're in like an inflationary environment with the same problem we had in 2008, or at least close to it. One thing I do want to bring to your attention, just because it's on my list right here, is CDE, the gold miner. That remember it looks so good, and it's like then start rolling over again. It's like it's not dead yet. Maybe it's just going for type 2. You go to the weekly, and maybe that's what's happening. Like you got a type 1 here, and maybe at some point here we get a type 2, and that would be the confirmation low. Never fell below 278. Wow, man, that's gotta wonder, is this it? You gotta see, man. For me, it'd be like getting back above 340, 360. I'd be extremely confident again in this one if you could do that. There's so much more, so much work to do. But dang, I don't know how you ignore these. They're such pretty patterns. Sorry, just like it was right there. So, and it's like a bunch of gold miners did well today. We'll go back to those financials. We go to JPMorgan, also near its lows of the year. Oh, wait, was this? Yeah, no. Let's think about JPMorgan. Was it Morgan Stanley? So still below, like testing the 200-day simple moving average as 200-week moving average as resistance. So far, let's go to the daily here. Yeah, lowest price on Friday since like Halloween, and you'd think probably 118 eventually, but this one's been holding up pretty freaking strong compared to others. But you could see like an M shape potentially. Wow, man. Yeah, that's your big level 118.71. Bitcoin's the only real money there is. Oh, there's other money, man. It's just, yep, it's the hardest, strongest money for sure. I'm about to like pass out, man. Bitcoin's holding up so strong, if you can even believe it.
Dollar pitch be on the weekly, please.
Oh, hi, I'm Skinny Pete. Thanks for the contribution, dude. Wow. Thank you so much, man. I think, did someone request something else? I should have looked at it. Let me make sure. I want to skip him or her. Let's see here. Let me check my notes. Jimmy. No, ICSA for exhibit. Let's do it. ICSA. Gartland, ICX. Oh, God. Is it probably... I would say it's probably Uniswap, right? Yep. Gartley. I don't know about that, man. I wouldn't be looking at it like a Gartley. 618 near 76. Yeah, maybe. Just, dude. Might be more prudent to wait for an 886. Whoops. We plotted out. It is 618 on the V point by the looks of it, right? Right there. And then you're like, oh, is this just a Gartley here? I mean, sure, but dude, I don't know, man. How many times to see it where it's like an 886? If you're lucky, you get there. But yeah, you're near a 786 there, right? You'd probably be prudent to wait for an 886 though, just to be real with you. I don't know how well Gartley's going to hold up on ICSA to USDC on Uniswap. We'll see though. I mean, you've identified it, I think, properly with a 786 here, or at least close to it. But it never actually hit it. If you want to be technical here, you never hit the 786. So always most prudent to wait for an 886, okay?
Alabama versus Texas Final March Madness, stamping it on stream. Roll Tide. 0.00040040 BTC.
Yeah, man. What about the Final Four? Will it be us versus Tennessee? Let me, my webcam's getting a little dark here. Thank you, man, for the 11. Good to see you in Roll Tide, of course, as always. Get a little more exposure over here. Dang, man. There we are. Hello. So anyway, yeah, that's man. I don't know. It's all-time lows. So maybe I think an 886 would be the most prudent thing to do. Like 34 cents. It's like, oh, you're just gonna lose 50% of your value, roughly, if you get there. Let's see, GME, GameStop. Yeah, let's do it. Wall Street bets, bro. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, certainly looks like. Oh man, like at a critical level, right? $16. What is $16? You gotta go back. Wow, look at this level from December 2007. Buyers are attempting to defend it for the second time. But it just doesn't look like a completed bubble pop, does it? I mean, like, yeah, you might get, you held these levels a couple times too back in 2022 and rallied to make lower highs and dumped later, and that could happen again. Or maybe you get some short-term rally, but you are definitely in a downtrend right now, and you've been in one for a long time. So it's like, yes, though, that is, you are correct in identifying a potential double bottom in an M shape of sorts, right? Like that's like a Gartley bat, or not a bat, or a shark, right? So, I mean, upside, if it did hold this level, you're looking at $21.56 to $23. But then the question is like, will you make a higher high? And it's, at least you know, it's very easy, Chris M., how to strategize a stop loss, like where you would be out of this crap immediately when it hits 1543 or something. You just be gone because the downside potential is so high. I think below 16 bucks, and there's, of course, there's some more support resistance, or maybe around 14 bucks. Okay, then after that, it's like 11 bucks. But yeah, just Right, it just doesn't look like the bubble's over. Normally, assets that do stuff like this, they eventually get back down to like the lows, but we'll see. Yeah, definitely trying to confirm a bottom at an inflection point, and maybe there's divergence. We'll see how far it takes you, how well it perform. It'll probably just turn into a lower high than the previous high and then roll over later. Of course, Dale. Of course not. All right, Jesus chimes. We have a new day. We have a new day on our hands, and that's it. If you're joining the live stream, the like button, bell sub, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool, dude. No one cares. All right. PACB, Pacific Biosciences of California. Oh, wow. That sounds like a real winner, huh? A real winner, yeah? Yeah, I mean, sure, like you can see the bubble popped, right? A lot of different valleys here. Dang, there's a decent amount of data. Really strong level. Yeah, it did hit 386, 386, and yeah, it does look like it's trying to top out, right? I mean, wouldn't you wait for an M shape, like a way lower? It's like confirmed. You know, this is a big level too. Wow. Yeah, I'm just talking about like locally here. All right, looking at 1206 failures. I mean, if you ever broke that, great. 1206, that's like the promised land. I mean, shoot, man, like $14. And then after that, probably, I mean, $17. I mean, you know, just these peaks from history. Nothing's like sticking out as like, oh, it's time to go long right now. This is like maybe you've topped out and you've got lower to go. But I don't know, if you make a higher low than 785, all right, you're pretty close to not making one. So there's probably like a demand line here too. Right, look at that. Man, that's probably what you're asking about, huh? Very, very close here to breaking that. So your cutoff, I guess. But no, I wouldn't be like taking a fresh long. I don't know. I don't think there's enough of an edge. Sublord. Yeah, man, it's just a matter of time. I mean, Bitcoin's about $1,000 away from its major inflection point in 2021. We're not there yet. We got so close to it. I believe we saw that. You know, we were at 28,570. You know, so we were less than we were $300 away from testing the main level that we figured to be testing at some point. Whew. Good God, I'm dead, man. Been live for an hour. So, yeah, Wednesday's coming. So tomorrow will be a travel day. I don't know if I'll go live or when I will. And if I get back in time, I'll certainly do what I can. I'll try to go live for sure. But, yep, this is just what happens. Sometimes your streams are like this. Dude, I'm telling you, the ups and downs of live streaming, right? Think about like today's stream versus yesterday's stream. Like absolute mania, insanity, crazy, fun, party. And then this stream's like, oh my God, dude. Just completely opposite. It's hard, man. It's like, where's the middle ground? Where's it's just a decent stream. It was just like dead opposite of yesterday. So anyway, what was the last request? Let me just look back at Bitcoin. If you're so pleased. It did not take out the high from 2 days ago, but certainly a nice indecision candle that I would not be surprised if we saw 28,800 on this candle today. Like just at any point you test it. I don't know if you're going to break it, but I think like a test of that's coming just because why not, man? Look, they're right here. This is an undeniable level. You cannot argue with it. It's there. A couple different times. $28,800. All right. Wait for it. Wait for the alert to go off when it happens. You'd be like, oh yeah, we did it, man. We respected the level. Perfect. Feast or famine. Yeah, that's my stream. Absolutely. Feast or famine. Or, you know, whatever the inverse of whatever like feasting is for drinking, right? That's what we did. All right, so thanks so much for coming out. Gonna enjoy the rest of my evening, relax, as I implore you to as well. So join the Discord if you haven't. The Discord is free to join. Free to join the Discord, man. There it is. Where you get notified when I go live. You get access to educational resources, right? If you're trying to get your feet wet. And yeah, you just let the conversation continues from this live stream when it ends. 15,000 members-ish plus. So, all right. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.